Get ready, get set, and now sports news. We're joined by NTD's Dave Martin. Dave, a lot to talk about. Let's start in the NFL, where Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers left the game with an injury yesterday. What's the latest on this?
Yeah, Rodgers kind of landed on his wrist, hand area while throwing the ball away on a second and goal play late in the second quarter. He stayed in one more play but did not return. It looked like he had some blood on his hand there, and this is his non-throwing hand, fortunately. ESPN is reporting the Steelers are concerned that he has a slight break in his hand or wrist area. Now, he's supposed to be evaluated further today. We hope to have some definitive news soon. In any case, his Steelers beat the Bengals 34-12. Now, elsewhere in the league, Browns quarterback Dylan Gabriel left their game at halftime with a concussion, which meant Shedeur Sanders finally made his NFL debut. Sanders, though, finishes 4 for 16 passing for 47 yards and a touchdown. Browns lost that game 23-16. And even Atlanta quarterback Michael Penix left with a knee injury yesterday. No word on the extent of that injury. So, Kevin, it's a very dangerous game, especially for those quarterbacks.
Yeah, it is. They got to battle through that adversity. All right, let's look at college basketball. Purdue moves back into the #1 spot in the rankings, switching places with Houston. Meanwhile, 5 different teams received first-place votes. What do you make of it?
Well, it's early, so there's going to be plenty of shuffling going on early in the middle of the season. We're definitely going to get some answers this week, though, with the matchups that we've got. For instance, tomorrow night, we've got a couple of big ones. Number 5 Duke plays number 24 Kansas, and 12th-ranked Kentucky faces number 17 Michigan State, all in the Champions Classic. That doubleheader will be nearby here at Madison Square Garden. Then Wednesday night, number 3 UConn hosts number 4 Arizona. And later that night, 11th-ranked Alabama is at number 8 Illinois. By the way, the Crimson Tide have had a tough non-conference schedule already. They already beat 5th-ranked St. John's a week ago, and then they lost to Purdue last week. After this one, they still play 13th-ranked Gonzaga, and then next month, number 4 Arizona, so kudos to them. Now back to the schedule. There's another semi-big one this week as number 9 BYU faces number 23 Wisconsin on Friday night. So some big games for us college basketball fans here.
Yeah, the Garden, let's go. All right, switching gears to tennis. Yannick Sinner beat Carlos Alcaraz yesterday in the championship match of the ATP Finals. How does that affect the rankings?
Well, Sinner beat Alcaraz 7-6, 7-5 to win the ATP final for the second straight year. But Alcaraz only needed to advance to the semifinals to get enough points to pass Sinner in the rankings. So Alcaraz, this is the finals. So Alcaraz will be the year-end #1 ranked player, which is kind of a big deal in tennis. It really means you had the best calendar season. It's hard to argue with that. He went 70-9 this year, won a pair of Grand Slams. Sinner, meanwhile, will end up at number 2. He went 57-6 this year. He won the other 2 Grand Slams. Meanwhile, those two have really separated themselves. Now, meanwhile, tennis is kind of in a hiatus until January when the Australian Open kicks off. So definitely looking forward to that one.
And power hitters. Yeah, all right, let's go to tonight's NFL game, though. Dallas Cowboys are at the Las Vegas Raiders. What do you make of this matchup?
2 teams that have kind of disappointed thus far. Dallas is just 3-5-1. Now, their offense is 3rd in the NFL in yards and 4th in points scored. But their defense is like the inverse. I think they're next to last in yards allowed and points allowed. This will be their first game, though, with their new defensive tackle, Quinnen Williams, who they got from the Jets last week. So we'll see what their defense can do. Vegas, meanwhile, 2-7. They kind of have the reverse problem the Cowboys have. Not much offense. Their defense, though, is only really middle of the road. I would have expected better from a team with Pete Carroll at head coach and reuniting with Geno Smith there. Plus, they got Ashton Jeanty in the draft. It just has not kind of quite worked out yet. So the game starts at 8:15 Eastern Time and will be on ABC and ESPN. So we'll have to check our fantasy football team tonight, Kevin.
That's right. Yeah, you're kicking us off here, Dave. Thank you for that update.
Thanks, Kevin.